I'm Siobos. Welcome to my channel, Learning Balance Live. Today we are going to talk about forming and testing hypotheses. So let's begin. What are hypotheses to start with? Hypotheses. Well, hypotheses are testable explanations for observations and assumptions. For observations and assumptions. And we do experiments And why do we do these experiments? These experiments give us additional observations. Experiments give us additional observations from which we can make a conclusion. An experiment is a scientific test done in controlled conditions. An experiment is a scientific test done in controlled conditions. Controlled conditions. Now I will take an example to demonstrate hypotheses and experiments which are done to finally come to the conclusion. But before I demonstrate that example, you may take a look at the board. Moving on to the example I was talking about. Our example. Let's say a desk lamp. You observe. We are observing observation. Observation is that the desk lamp is not working. Desk lamp is not working. Now the question which arises from here, our question is that why is it not working? Question. Why is it not working? We make two assumptions or hypotheses. Hypothesis number one. Hypothesis one is that the bulb has burnt off, or the bulb has fused. Bulb has fused. And our hypothesis number two is that the bulb is improperly screwed in. This is hypothesis number two. Hypothesis 2. Bulb is improperly screwed in. Bulb is improperly screwed in. Before we move on to our next prediction, I will talk about deductive reasoning. Deductive reasoning. What is deductive reasoning? Deductive reasoning is basically coming from generalizations to specific observations, and this is generally done when the hypothesis is correct. It runs on the so-called if-then logic, like if this hypothesis is correct, then the bulb will work. Accordingly, let's move on to the next part in our chain. From hypothesis 1 and hypothesis 2, we have to do two things. In case of 1, what we have to do is replace the bulb. Replace bulb. And in case of number 2, we have to reinstall the bulb. Reinstall bulb. After we have replaced the bulb and reinstalled the bulb, which in this case are the experiments, reinstalling and replacing are the experiments over here which we have done. After the experiments were conducted, we have two results. From hypothesis 1, after replacing the bulb, we actually got a positive result. That means the bulb had worked. Bulb worked. Hypothesis 1 is supported. Hypothesis 1 is supported. Whereas after reinstalling the bulb has not worked. Bulb did not work. Bulb did not work. Hypothesis 2 is not supported. Hypothesis 2 is not supported. So from here we have made the conclusion. Hypothesis 1 is supported and we have to replace the bulb. That means the bulb had actually gone fused. Now you may take a look at this example which I have presented in front of you. Moving on to our next topic. Next topic is whatever can be addressed or not addressed by science. Things which can and cannot be addressed by science. What am I going to tell over here? Well, you see the hypothesis examples in hypothesis 1 and 2 we took in case of the desk lamp example. That was support science. They are natural and they are testable explanations. Testable by science. Testable by science. They are testable by science, but there are some hypotheses, not all hypotheses, support the criteria of science. The criteria of science. For example, they start thinking that maybe ghosts, invisible ghosts, are messing around with my desk lamp. Well, that cannot be proven by science, since science can neither support nor contradict the existence of invisible ghosts. Hence, these are some types of hypotheses which people might think based on their faith, but science does not support nor can contradict the existence of these invisible ghosts. These are some things which cannot be addressed by science, but the hypotheses we took previously are testable, and they are able to make science can address these type of hypotheses. Now you might take a look at the board. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and please like, share, and subscribe my channel, and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.